Hello everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the eLounge. Today we have Heather and Corinne from the Office of Technology talking about Google Drive, so I'll let them take it away.
Hi, I'm Heather Davis with the Office of Technology, and we're going to talk today about Google Drive and Google Docs, give you some good information. I'm Heather Davis. Oh, sorry about that. So Google Drive is cloud storage. So if you've ever used Dropbox or Box or anything like that, you'll know that cloud computing files are accessible anywhere, anytime. And they're also accessible on mobile devices, which is great. You do, as a student, have space on the X drive. You also might have a flash drive, a USB drive, or your personal computer, and those aren't always accessible. So what's great about Google Drive is that it's accessible anytime, anywhere that you have a connection, and it's absolutely free. With Google Drive, you can upload and download files, and it doesn't just have to be Google Documents. You can upload PDFs, images, music files, all kinds of files. You can organize those files with folders. You have different views that you can use. You have the powerful Google search, sort, and preview, and then there, as I mentioned on the previous slide, all types of file types. The storage size is unlimited, and the largest single file size you can upload is a terabyte, which is about the size of a Hollywood movie. To access Google Drive, you'll want to use the Chrome browser because it's a Google product, just like Google Drive. And you'll point that browser to drive.google.com and then log in using your TW email address and your portal password. And as you can see, we also have the image from google.com. You can click the gray cube of cubes, as I call it, and then select Drive. So you've got two options to get to Google Drive. Once you're inside, there's some good navigation. This is a screenshot of my Google Drive, which is perhaps more robust than yours looks now, but you can catch up, don't worry. On the left, you've got your navigation tools, so you can look at adding new files, creating new folders, and then also creating documents. And then you can see what's in your drive, any files or folders that are shared with you, anything you've worked on recently, and any files that you choose to star. You've got that powerful Google search at the top. You can create folders. You can have your files sitting outside of folders. From the screen, you can also access the other Google apps with those gray cube of cubes. And then you can also get into Google Plus from the screen. So getting started with Google Drive, I definitely recommend that you use the Google Learning Center. Google has all of these wonderful training videos that are out there ready for you to use. So if you just go to learn.googleapps.com, you can access any of them. Specifically for Drive, it'd be learn.googleapps.com/products/drive. And one of the best things about Google Drive is that it really enables collaboration, and not only collaboration, but collaboration in real time. So you can share files and set your access levels. So you have the option when you share the file that you can share with someone who can edit, who can comment, or can view. And you can have multiple people shared on the document who have different levels of settings. You can change those settings after you set them. So it's really great. Once you're in the file or the folder, you'll just click that person icon with the plus, and then just start typing their name, and everyone who's in the TWU database will come up, and you can select the correct person, select their sharing permissions, and then click Done. It will send them an email to let them know that they have access. They can log into Drive, click on Shared with Me, and the file will be right there. So Google Docs, this is a powerful piece that's related to Google Drive. Any Google Docs that you create are going to be stored in your Drive. So Google Docs is just one of the many powerful Google apps that are available to you. Docs is similar to Microsoft Word. You also have Sheets, which is similar to Excel. Slides, similar to PowerPoint, and Drawings, which you can use to create flow charts and other types of graphic design items. Google Docs, again, you can upload and download, and what's nice is if you create a Word file or if you start with a Word file, you can upload that to your drive and then edit it with Docs, which is really nice. Again, you have that collaboration, and it's live collaboration. You can have more than one person typing and working on the document at the same time. All of your changes are automatically saved as long as you're connected to the internet, so if you forget to save, it's okay. Google's got you covered. You can do a lot of editing and formatting, and that includes find and replace, spell check, and it has a bit of autocorrection built in. You can do word count, and you can do fancy things like math equations. You can also insert images, links, and comments. And when you're done with the doc, you can share or email the document. So it's an easy way to send it to your professor, and then they can comment back on it or edit it, send it, and share it that way. So getting started with Google Docs, it's again that great Google Learning Center, learn.googleapps.com, and this time it'll be /product/docs. And we'll do a little bit so how to create a new document. So you can go to docs.google.com and then click that red circle with the plus, or if you're in Drive, you'll click your new button on the left and then click Google Docs. And adding or editing text, the first thing you're going to want to do is rename the document. If you notice in the upper left, it will automatically title it Untitled Document. Or if you just click on the page and start typing, and then enter down, if you click back into the title space, it'll create a title based on the text that you typed in, which can save you a little bit of time. Adding colors and styles, this is easy to do. You'll just go through page setup. So you can undo and redo changes. You can change your margins. You can go in and change the font size, and that's all on just a bar that's available for you, just like a toolbar in Microsoft Word. You can do text alignment, you can change the color, you can zoom, you can copy formatting, just all kinds of tools that are available to you in a mobile platform. And even more, right? So insert, you can add images, you can add links, you can add drawings, you can create bookmarks, you can create a table of contents, you can create a table. So it's pretty robust. It's not as robust as Microsoft Word, but again, it's mobile, internet friendly, and it's shareable. So it's a great place to start, especially if you're collaborating on something, or if you know that you're going to be working on a paper and then you're going to be in another location working on the same paper. It's just pretty seamless logging into Google Drive and working on that document. And again, you can share, so you can share with your colleagues if you're working on a project together with other students, and they can comment or they can suggest edits, or they can actually edit the document. They can also chat directly in the document. We did a training last night, and that was the first thing that everybody jumped on, was that they could open up that chat window and talk with each other while they were working on the document. So I know that's pretty popular. And printing a document. File print, that's it. You can also download the document as a PDF or download it into Word and tighten up some of the formatting with the more robust Word features. Like I said, so you've got rich text download. You can download it as web page, plain text, Word, PDF, all of those options. So once you create it in Docs, you can move it into other formats if you want. And emailing the document. So you can go to File, Email as an attachment, and then select the format, which is really nice because you don't have to go into your email program and then save the document somewhere and attach it and all of that. You just sit in the doc, File, send as email attachment, and there you go. And I really encourage you to learn more on your own. Again, if you go to the learn.googleapps.com, another helpful website from learn.googleapps.com is if you add the /tips onto the end. They have some excellent tips that are in a really cool format, so I recommend checking those out. And normally we'd have questions. Right now we don't have a live audience, but you can always look me up, Heather Davis, hdavis1 at twu.edu, and I'm happy to help answer any questions that you can't figure out from learn.googleapps.com. And I think we have one more slide maybe, or I'm crazy. Yes, so additional training resources. As Corinne says in the chat window, you can always contact the Technology Service Desk. Their number is 940-898-3971. If you go to their website, just go to twu.edu and search for Service Desk. You'll find their website. They have a chat option. You can also email them or put in a ticket, or visit any of these training resources. These are all free, and lynda.com not only will talk to you about Google products, they can teach you the Microsoft products. You can learn communication skills. You can learn leadership skills, having difficult conversations, all different kinds of skills, and that is free to you as a TW student. So I highly recommend checking out Lynda if you haven't done so yet. And I want to thank you for your time. We'll be doing a few more of these to talk about some other Google apps, and I'm excited to share this information with you.
I just want to thank Heather and Corinne for the awesome resources for Google Docs. And I did have a question. So what is the advantage of using Google Slides over Microsoft PowerPoint?
Well, for me, I do everything in Google Slides now, and it's because I don't want to have to remember to carry around a flash drive. You can also look on the internet and find some very cool templates. The templates that are available in Google Slides are very basic, but if you do that internet search, you can find some really amazing looking templates, including the one that we used to create this presentation today. This is actually a Google Slide show that we downloaded into PowerPoint so that we could share it to put into Blackboard. And that way Corinne and I could collaborate on it while we were creating it. We could comment and find the cute little cat picture. And it was just really easy. It's not as robust, but it's internet based, so you can always go in and add, you can insert a video and actually just do a search, and it'll search YouTube for you, and then you insert that URL and it's just ready to go. And since everything's mobile and everything's on the internet, it just kind of makes sense to move in that direction.
Thank you so much. I love the template idea. I did not know that, so I'm hoping students will use that as a great resource. I just want to thank our speakers again, and thank you everybody who's watching this recording. And if you have any questions, please contact Heather or Corinne in the Office of Technology, and you can always contact the CARE office.